Look up what the average temperature this is time of year, and I could just ask Dave if I would have just waited 2 minutes.
Got the answer right behind
right?
us.
Mr. Impatience over there. Upper 50s to right around 60 degrees.
Okay,
is where
so
we should be.
we're higher.
We're higher by about 4 or 5 degrees. Great time of year to do it. We got mid 60s for afternoon highs for the bulk of the 7-day. Let's take a peek at a live shot for you. And that was okay, Tony. That's like a social distance questioning thing you were doing there. You didn't want to get near Dave. All right, there's a live shot for you, looking at the sunset out there. And let's go ahead and take a look, of course, at the numbers. 58 degrees. That's pretty close to where our afternoon high should be. So obviously we were warmer than that today. We did top out in the low to mid 60s. Right now it's 58 in Stockton as well as Modesto, 54 for Marysville. Humidity at this hour, 46%. Dew points are in the upper 30s, so a bit dry. Winds are calm now. Tomorrow they'll be out of the north about 5 to 10, maybe with some gusts around Sacramento to 20 miles per hour in the afternoon. And before those winds pick up, tomorrow morning it's going to be clear enough and cold enough and dry enough that we'll have some areas of frost to contend with, and we'll have that for the next several mornings. So just keep that in mind, and it looks like we'll have a piece of energy go by off to the east, and that will help to prompt the gusty potential winds tomorrow at around, like we said, a gust to 20 miles per hour out of the north, and that again goes hand in hand with this high pressure trying to build on in. So it'll be a brief little hit of wind tomorrow. Higher elevations like at the ridge tops could see some decent gusts as well. But daytime highs tomorrow 60 to 65 degrees, so above average by about 5 degrees or so. And it looks like we'll keep the same trend just in time for Wednesday. And then we're going to look at this and go, hey, some wet weather's coming. Well, hey, it's not. It's just going to be a few clouds for us, and our temperatures for the most part stay in the low to mid 60s for the full run on that 7-day forecast. So here's a peek of what we're going to be experiencing for Tuesday, the beginning of December. We're going to go with some patchy areas of frost to start. Daytime highs will be topping out in the low to mid 60s. Same thing around the Sacramento area. The cooler spots, the outlying areas could have some frost to get going. Daytime highs tomorrow in the low 60s. For the Gold Country, it's a pretty sweet Tuesday. Upper 50s, low 60s. And notice the morning lows up there are a little warmer than down here in the valley. That's that inversion layer playing a role there. So you'll start out at 42 at Forest Hill, but top out at 60. Up toward Plumas County, you'll have chilly overnight lows down into the teens and low 20s, and daytime highs in the mid 40s to the low 50s. And it's going to get ugly cold, about 15 for Truckee, with a daytime high though at 46, 50 around South Lake Tahoe. And then over toward the west, we're going to end up a couple clouds to get started, hint of a breeze there, and 64 and sunshine for Monterey. You'll have some frost in the Delta, and daytime highs there are going to be pushing on into the 60s, and we're talking low 60s for San Francisco, and then Santa Rosa up toward Fort Bragg may actually have a little patchy fog to get started. So here is the 7-day forecast. Some frost in the morning hours, and then it looks like we'll pick up a few clouds on Thursday, and most likely we'll have some frost issues again as we get into the first weekend here of December 2020, and then low 60s, so above average for Monday. And as far as the 7-day forecast for over toward the coast, the foothills, as well as the Sierra. Sierra is feeling very much all like it should. It's a little more mild than it should be in the foothills, and we've got lots of 60s, even some mid 60s for Friday over towards San Francisco and Monterey. So high and dry, but if we're going to be high and dry, let's do it with style, and that's exactly how we're doing it. Tony?